Dear viewers, welcome to the channel. And today, our subject of discussion is poor addition of paint in plastic parts. This is our 32nd video on the subject of painting defects, their causes, and countermeasures. Our discussion would include poor addition definition, its photograph, technical definition of poor addition, and systems causes and countermeasure, repair method, and introduction to the next topic. Poor adhesion is a paint defect in which the applied coating, such as primer, base coat, or clear coat, fails to properly bond with the underlying plastic substrate. As a result, the paint film becomes weakly attached and can peel, flake, lift, or detach either partially or fully, even under light mechanical or environmental stress. It appears like paint peels off in sheets or flakes, edges of paint film lift or curled, film detaches when lightly scratched or tape pulled, exposed plastic surface becomes visible, and localized or widespread delamination. This defect can appear immediately after painting or weeks or months later due to aging, vibration, impact, or weather exposure. Plastic parts are sensitive. Plastic material such as polypropylene, ABS, PP, EPDM, TPO are naturally low surface energy, non-polar, and chemical resistance. Because of this, they do not allow paint to bond easily unless proper surface preparation and adhesion promotion treatments are used. By low surface energy, we mean that plastics like polypropylene, polyethylene, and TPO have very low surface energy, meaning paint cannot wet out or spread properly. Paint beads up instead of flowing, so the adhesion becomes weak. And many plastics are non-polar too, meaning their molecular structures has no positive or negative charge zones. Since paint resins are poles, they cannot bond chemically to non-polar plastics. Typical root causes include related to surface contamination, that is number one, mold release oils. There are fingerprints on the parts. There is grease, silicone wax or polish. There is dust or anti-static agents. Improved surface conditions, missing or insufficient flame treatment or corona treatment. No treatment has been done to improve its surface activation. Inadequate plastic primer or adhesion promoter. Smooth or glossy substrate structure. In this case too, the paint will not adhere properly. There could be process issues such as low baking temperature, wrong flash off time, incorrect thinner use, or excessive humidity. Here are the pictures of the poor adhesion on plastic substrate. In the first case, it's a motorcycle side cover, and in the second case, it is a car bumper. Loss of adhesion will be usually be noticed in the paint shop when masking tape is removed. This is also one case. The technical definition of poor adhesion on plastic parts refers to loss of bonding between coating system such as primer, base coat, or clear coat and the plastic substrate, resulting in peeling, flaking, chipping, delamination, or complete film detachment. This defect typically appears after some times. It could be days, weeks, or months, rather than immediately after painting, because plastic surfaces are chemically inert, low energy, and often contaminated, causing the coating system to fail gradually under stress, vibration, heat, or environmental exposure. The subject, the plastics do not react to bond with paint because their surface is chemically inactive. Result, very poor chemical addition unless surface is activated or treated. Why it happens? Unlike metals, plastic such as PP, EPDM, ABS, PPO, TPO, and nylon, they have common characteristics, that is, number one, low surface energy. That is, paint does not wet the surface. Number two, surface contamination. There are mold releasing agents. As the plastic parts are molded, the release agents could be there on its surface, can silicone, wax, or oil, etc. High thermal expansion. When there is high thermal expansion, the plastic expands and the coating cracks under heat cycles. Flexing and vibration. Film breaks and detaches over time. Poor mechanical anchoring, that is insufficient surface roughness or bleed treatment. Over here, by flexing and vibration means plastic parts such as mudguards, shrouds, scooter leg shields undergo flexing, impact, vibration, bending. If the coating system is solid, paint cracks, chips, or loss adhesions. The typical symptoms of poor adhesions are edge lifting, peeling when the tape is removed, film flaking from corners or flexible zones, localized delamination, large area peel off after sun heat exposure, and finally sheet peeling when a coating detaches the layer. Key characteristics. This defect is delayed onset, meaning this partial initiative, the part initially looks fine after painting, but addition failure develops over time as the plastic substrate and paint system expand, contract, or flex. Now coming to causes and a countermeasure. Let us examine one by one. The first case could be improper cleaning and tempering. Improper cleaning, drying, tempering, or failure to remove mold release agents. In this case, mold release agents such as silicone, wax, and, and trapped volatiles prevent mechanical and chemical bonding, causing peeling after curing. Therefore, thoroughly clean substrate. Thoroughly clean substrate using recommended cleaner or degreaser, and ensure proper drying oblique tempering. The second probable cause could be wrong substrate identification. That is, wrong identification of the plastic substrate. Since each plastic, such as PP, TPO, ABS, polycarbonate, etc., has different surface energies, using an incorrect system leads to immediate or delayed addition failure. Therefore, identify plastic type properly and follow the recommended paint system compatible to this material for that substrate. Third probable reason could be inadequate cleaning before painting. Clean and degrease the plastic parts properly, not when it is not performed. Plastic accumulates oil, anti-static agents, fingerprints, and silicones, all of which block coating adhesion. Thoroughly clean and degrease using recommended paint preparation system. Number four probable cause could be improper surface treatment. Plastic require specific treatment such as scuffing, anti-static wipes, flame treatment to enhance their surface activation. Without it, surface energy remains too low for coating adhesion. Therefore, use suitable adhesion primer or correct surface treatment method recommended for that specific plastic. Number fifth probable cause could be incorrect primer system. Failure to use proper sealer or a primer. Plastic primers contain adhesion promoters and flexibility additives. Using the wrong one result in weak intercoat adhesion and resulting in delamination. Therefore, use a recommended sealer or primer with correct activator, flexible editors, and thinner. Number six reason could be incorrect top coat selection. Failure to use proper recommended top coat system. The top coat must match the plastic, primer chemistry, and flexibility. Incompatibility causes lifting, cracking, or peeling over time. Therefore, use top coat recommended for specific type of plastic substrate. Seventh probable cause could be incorrect film build or viscosity. Too thick film is a loss of flexibility, and too thin film has insufficient adhesion layer. Wrong viscosity affects low penetration. Long viscosity affects flow, penetration, and bond formation. Therefore, apply sealer or primer to the recommended film build using correct viscosity. Here, sealer is a coating layer applied between plastic surface, and a paint. It locks the surface, it improves adhesion, it blocks contaminants, it provides uniform absorption. Here is the infographic related to our previous discussion regarding causes, technical explanation, or a technical mechanism, and their corresponding countermeasure as discussed. Regarding the poor addition of the plastic materials, The repair method recommended is as follows. First of all, identify and confirm the defect. Before repair, confirm paint can peel off easily by hand or with tape. Adhesion failure is between paint primer or primer plastic. If adhesion is failing across the surface, a spot repair is usually not enough. A full repaint may be required. Strip off all the loose paints. Poorly adhered paint must be removed completely using the following method. Number one, wet sanding 600 to 800 grit to localized failure. Then DA sanding by 320 to 400 grit for larger areas. And plastic safe chemical stripper if only if recommended for your plastic type, that is TPO safe solvents. Do not paint over any loose or flaking layer. Addition will fail again. Then clean and degrease the bare plastic. This is most critical step. Use plastic cleaner, anti-static cleaner, isopropyl alcohol, that is IPA, and silicone remover, that is plastic safe. Avoid strong solvents like thinner on TPO. They can warp or bleed. Thereafter, surface preparation for the plastic. Based on the substrate, that is, in case A, if the part is TPO, polypropylene, polyethylene, which is low energy plastics, lightly scuff with scuff pad, red or gray. Use flame treatment or addition promoter, which is mandatory for these type of plastics. And if the plastic is ABS, polycarbonate ABS, and a polyurethane, sand with 800 to 1000 grit. No flame treatment needed. Addition promoter is optional but recommended. Thereafter, apply an addition promoter, which is very important. For example, 3M4298, SCM plastic addition promoter, Nippon Kansai Berger plastic primer, OEM approved TPO addition promoter. The procedure is 1 to 2 light coats. I repeat, 1 to 2 light coats with flash of time 5 to 10 minutes. Do not make it too thick. Addition promoter chemically bonds paint to plastic. Then apply plastic primer oblique surfacer. Apply one even coat. Allow proper flash of time from 10 to 15 minutes. Sand lightly with 1000 grit if needed for smoothness. Then repair the part. Follow the correct system, that is base coat, after that correct flash of time, and then clear coat recommended. Wet film thickness and curing schedule. And then proper curing. Most addition failures occur due to incomplete flash of time, insufficient baking, and high humidity. Follow OEM paint manufacturers curing time. For example, 20 to 30 minutes of the curing time at the temperature could be 60 to 80 degree centigrade. Air dry 24 hours for plastic panels if baking is not possible. Finally, check the quality of the repaired part. Perform a cross-hatch addition test or a tape pull-off test, and of course, the visual inspection. Final summary Regarding the repair method, if paint adhesion on a plastic part has failed, the correct repair involves remove all weak paint layers, clean and degrease thoroughly, scuff the surface, apply adhesion promoter especially for TPO and polypropylene, apply plastic primer, repaint and cure properly. Adhesion promoter is the key. If this step is skipped, adhesion will fail again. Here is the infographic about the repair procedure of the plastics in case of poor adhesion. This is the contents are as we have discussed previously. With this, we conclude our discussion on today's subjects of poor adhesion of paint on plastic parts. Our next topic of subject related to paint effects and countermeasure is poor opacity, that is, poor hiding or poor covering. Stay tuned and don't forget to hit like, share, and subscribe to receive the similar contents in future too. Thank you and thank you very much.